Okay, so today I did something that I do once in every blue moon, and I check out to see what's going on with the Chibson guitars, and I'm always looking to see if they're still importing them into the US and the UK. And as soon as I go in and do a search today, DHgate comes up with all of these different Chibson guitars, and I was looking closely at a few, and this one even has the fret end nibs on it. They're getting better and better, and I have to say this one hasn't got the bridge pins, but it's got the right size pickup surrounds, and it also had the nib ends. Now again, just looking around to see if I could find the right ABR1 bridge, but not many of them do have that on it. My custom, the purple one, Mitzi, has got the fret ends, but it's still got the Epiphone style bridge. So anyway, I was having a little bit of a search around and quite interested in having a look at a few guitars. This one caught my eye for $74, but then when you go in you realise you have to buy 50 of them. Yeah, there we go. They've covered up the headstock decal because it no doubt has Gibson, the big G, on there. Not very impressive. Yeah, as I was saying, $74 or £74 if you buy 50 of them, but for one, 178. There we go, made in USA, and I think that is a standard serial number as well. Lots of them have that same serial number on them. So it's still going on, folks, it really is. I also had a little look around to see what else I could find, and I was caught by, I was trying to find the correct bridge pin. So correct pin ABR bridge. I think I did a search for correct pin bridge, nothing came up. So I tried again, ABR1 bridge. Earlier on I did do a search for a PRS Dragon, and the finish was appalling. It was clearly a picture and it looked absolutely terrible. Yeah, look at these. I was just checking out for the bridge pin. Nothing further down there. That was all gardening stuff. What really struck my eye on this one is the green PRS, but also the Prince guitar. Now they're already copying that, but it's unbelievable. 217 British pounds will get you a copy of Prince's custom built guitar. It's crazy, absolutely crazy, and I don't think it actually looks that great. Let's have a look at that green PRS. We are going to get to something very interesting in a minute, and we'll talk about that when we get there. But just this page didn't want to load. I think I reloaded the page again. I had noticed at this point that there was Mitzi, a copy of Mitzi at the bottom there that I was going to go and have a look at, but then the pictures came up. There we go, look, PRS gold inlay on that headstock, and that does look like the Chinese version. That doesn't look anything like good enough to be the real deal, and they are copying the serial numbers on the back of the headstock. They haven't worked out as a 10 top, they've gone to 11. Yeah, this one was the closest I could see to Mitzi. And yeah, again, I couldn't see if they had the fret end nibs, but one thing you can see for certain on this guitar is that it's got the serial number on the back, and also it had the wrong Epiphone style bridge. So then I noticed next to it there's this one piece Dirty Lemon, one piece body, one piece neck. Now when they do that, they're generally, there we go. Now this guitar has got the correct ABR1 bridge style with the pins, and what's more, the pickup surrounds are not too big, and so this looks very much more like the real deal. Again, you can see in this picture it's got the right bridge pins, it's got the correct pickup surrounds, it's even got the pointers on the top hat controls for the volume and tone. And it looks very authentic. In fact, to my eye, it looks rather too authentic. Now this is at $309. So a fair amount for a Chibson. But looking at that, that's even got the nitro cracking between the two tone knobs there. So this got me interested. I think a lot of times these shady dealers on Chinese websites, and this is what really caught my eye, the Paul Kossoff replica. Now if this is a replica, I'll eat my hat. To me this looks exactly like the original with the Chibson logo just taken off. Now if you check out the markings on this guitar, it is definitely, these pictures have been lifted from somewhere else. But one of the things that interested me in a moment is the fact that it looked like this was in some sort of workshop, and I was thinking this has got to be the real deal. Look at those marks on there. The marks look absolutely identical to the Paul Kossoff guitar, which I will go in and show you some pictures of shortly on another website. But just looking at this, I absolutely knew that these pictures were of the real guitar. Clearly you can see all these markings, the aging on the pickup covers and on the bridge and the tailpiece. So here I go. I'm going to do a little check to see what other Paul Kossoff guitar I can find pictures of, or if I can go into one of the more reputable websites. Now looking at this, there we go, on Reverb there's a copy, a tribute. This is a legitimate Chibson tribute, and I wanted to see how close Chibson get. Now obviously at $2,600 I think this was, you would expect it to be very, very close. And looking at that, they've got a lot of the marks in the right place. They're not as convincing, nowhere near as convincing. The bridge doesn't look right. The back, yeah, Chibson is absolutely wrong. The headstock is wrong because that looks brand new and it hasn't got that trapezoid. Yeah, $2,500 UK pounds, and it hasn't even got the trapezoid marking on the headstock. But then going back to this, definitely not the guitar. So I thought I'll have a look at the real deal. So this is Paul Kossoff's 1959 Les Paul up close in guitar, and as you can see the markings on this and this picture, for example, you can see that it is absolutely identical to the markings. We didn't want to see the case, but those markings, the depth, the aging and the coloration of those. But most importantly, let's go and look at that bridge. Yeah, look at those markings. And now on the bridge you can see that Paul Kossoff liked to top wrap, and you can see that big mark there on that bridge and along there as well. And if we go back and look, you can see that mark actually on the bridge. I'll go to see if I can find, there we go, there's the trapezoid around the Chibson logo I was talking about, that the Chibson copy doesn't have. A little bit of a gap in the binding. There we go, we see that little mark there, definitely. And also the pickup cover, all of these markings, the aging of the pickup cover, these markings at the back of the bridge where the bridge has been taken off. I couldn't find the output jack, I was looking for that later on, but you can definitely see that on this guitar.com, this is the pictures of the real deal, and without a shadow of a doubt the pictures on the DHgate website are of the real guitar. There is no way that this is a genuine Paul Kossoff Lemon Burst aged and relict guitar. That is the guitar, and they do this all the time. They show pictures of the real guitars to try and hook you in and make you think you're getting something that is going to be so close, whereas in reality the guitar that you'll get is likely to come with the larger pickup surrounds. Yeah, I'm just showing you the markings now, and also, yeah, the nitro crazing and cracking, which you just can't actually, realistically, even the best replicas and luthiers in the world have trouble doing that, even by freezing and heating the surface of the guitar, which is one way of causing that nitro cracking. It's really, really difficult to do. And so, yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, now I go looking for the jack socket, because you can see some very definite marks on that. So I'm looking for that, and you can't really see it on any of the pictures in the fake version, but I did have a good try. That was the best one, and you can't really see the markings on it there, but I think they're there. I think these are real pictures. I go off and try to look for pictures of the real deal and see if I can find some that match the versions that I'm seeing on the DHgate site. So here we go. Let's have a look at some of these pictures. I was also looking to try and there we go, there's one with the black background, which is on Music Radar, and I think that is close to one of the pictures that I saw on the, yeah, there we go, see, very, very similar. So this picture has likely been lifted, but now I'm still trying to find that jack socket cover. Now if you look on that picture, they look identical, absolutely identical, just a slight change in the colour. The one on the DHgate site has been lightened. So let's go and have a look at Music Radar and see what pictures they've got. Yes, I'll agree to your cookies, why not? Yeah, there we go, you can see that marking on the bridge again. Let's go back to I'm seeing if I can find the exact pictures, because I'm now absolutely certain that the pictures on the DHgate site are the real deal, and so I'm just trying to find the exact shots. I spend a lot of time when I do this kind of thing looking for the absolute definitive evidence, so I dive around various different websites looking for the right thing. Now that I thought I'd found it on the fake site, but realised then that I was looking at the real one, and you see that crazing there. They got some decent pictures, decent enough pictures there, but not really the pictures that I was looking for. I'm really interested. Yeah, £284 or $299 and $14 shipping to the United States via EMS. I'm looking for that background. Now that background looks like some sort of studio. So now I'm thinking somebody at some stage has had that guitar in to do some work on it. So I figured, actually, let's search for Paul Kossoff guitar work or setup, or actually some, well, I think actually now I've gone in and I've looked for the images again, and I'm obviously trying to find this 59 and the exact images that we're seeing on the website, but I'm finding it very, very hard. And I do spend a lot of time on trying to find the provenance of some of these pictures. So what I'm really looking for here is the pictures of that workshop, the guitar in that workshop, because if I can tie it back to either a magazine article or even a YouTube video, then I've got the DHgate people and I know where they've got their pictures from. I'm not seeing anything there, so I think I go in and look for, okay, I've tried a different search, working on, there we go. I do remember doing that, and then I thought I might find some workshop pictures that matched up with the DHgate pictures, but as it happens, no, I don't manage to find it, which is very frustrating. So again, if you recognise that workshop, or you recognise those pictures either from a video or from a YouTube video or a magazine article with somebody working on Paul Kossoff's 59 Les Paul, please let me know, because I would love to know where those original pictures come from. I really am having a good look here, and I just can't find that workshop in the background on any of these pictures. I do go back and try a higher quality, because a lot of times what they do is they will find a high resolution, the biggest resolution they can find, in order to get more detailed pictures of the guitar for them to try and con you with. But no, even now I think I do some significant searching here to try and see if I can see that background of that workshop. But again, no. Some great pictures of Paul Kossoff, some great pictures of his guitar in here, and yeah, it looks really, really cool, but none of what I'm looking for. So I think the moral of this story, folks, is that when you see something like that on DHgate for around $300 shipped, and it seems like it's a deal that's too good to be true, let me reassure you 100%, it is too good to be true. So it was an interesting search today to go and look for this on the internet, and the fact that they're still selling these Chibsons to the UK and the US. There we go. I'm just having one final look, but they are an absolute con. Don't get sucked in, folks. This is the real guitar being shown, and it is fake. So don't get ripped off, because what they send you will be definitely a Chibson, and it will not be in this kind of state of relic. Hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll be back with the very best content I can just as soon as I can. But in the meantime, as always, folks, you take good care.